cher Yair, je te cède la parole avec émotion. Dear Yair, the floor is yours.
Former President of Israel, Mr. Shimon Peres, Chairman of קרן היסוד, Swiss Romand, Mr. Joe Tukentaf, Ambassadors, כבוד הרבנים, distinguished guests. It is a great privilege to stand here today and share my soldiers and my own experience from Operation Protective Edge. I would like to thank you very much for this great honor. Ladies and gentlemen, July 9th was just an ordinary day at the law firm when my mobile rang at exactly 5 o'clock in the afternoon. On the other side of the line was an automatic voice message telling me, "This is a national emergency. Report to your unit within 4 hours." I immediately started calling my subordinate officers, and a few hours later, the whole unit was assembled in our home base in the center of Israel. Seeing almost 100% of my unit, including hundreds of reserved soldiers, gathering without any hesitation, without asking any question, was an amazing sight. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important to understand each and any one of the soldiers that reported to base left behind his or her family, the job, their friends, an entire life left behind. These soldiers knew that the mission was to risk their life in order to protect our small country. Life and not death is our goal. Nevertheless, we were willing to pay the highest price for protecting our homeland. I can promise you that if and when the phone will ring once again, we will report. We will always be there whenever necessary to protect our home. I know that because of these men and women, there will always be a safe home for the Jewish people in the land of Israel. A few hours later, we were already at the border of the Gaza Strip. The tension was high as we assembled in order to receive our order. Meanwhile, a rain of bombs, mortars, and rockets fell around us. In the afternoon, the command arrived. Tonight was the night. Our mission was to enter one of the Gaza's northern terrorist quarters. Each and every one of us took a few minutes to contact his loved ones. Who knew when and if we will get to hear their voices again? It was the middle of the night when we started our movement. And as you all know, we are not getting younger. Carrying an extra 45 kilos is not the same as it was when we were in our 20s. Meanwhile, rockets and anti-tank missiles were incessantly fired at us. After 24 hours of fierce fighting, we entered one of the houses for a few hours of rest. Reports started to come in of heavy casualties from units fighting around us. I would like to share with you an unforgettable moment engraved in my memory. It was Friday night in the small town of Bet Hanun, in the northern part of the Gaza Strip. We had a few hours before the next expected combat when one of the soldiers grabbed a glass and decided to make kiddush. It was remarkable to notice the amazing contrast between the complete darkness and silence inside the house and the hail of gunshot, sniper fire, mortars and anti-tank missiles outside of it. The soldier began his silent prayer and around him the unique texture of the Israeli society. Ashkenazim and Sfaradim, religious and non-religious, lone soldiers who have no family in Israel, newcomers from Russia and Ethiopia, reserve soldiers and conscripts. The Kiddush ended, and all whispered together, Amen. In the Yom Kippur Musaf, there is a special prayer called Unetane Tokef. The prayer includes a particularly powerful sentence, and I quote, V'kol demamad akai shama, and still thin voice will be heard. I never understood how the sound of silence can be heard. At that very moment, I understood. I will forever cherish that unifying Amen. That Amen symbolized the united Israel. I know that we are united, we are invincible. A few minutes later, we were in the middle of a heavy combat. A squad of men that had advanced was discovered by Hamas, who immediately launched 2 anti-tank missiles at their location. One missile injured 10 soldiers, and the second, tragically, was a direct hit on one of the officers who died immediately. Now, the nature of the mission had changed. We started searching for the officer's body. We had no doubt that his body was coming back home with us. Ladies and gentlemen, for me and for the other commanders, there was no dilemma. The amazing thing was that even before the command was issued to the soldiers, and under life-threatening heavy fire, the soldiers themselves approached us, saying that we should not leave the area without our officer's body, without bringing him home to a proper burial in Israel. This is our people, these are our commanders, and these are our soldiers. The IDF is the most moral and ethical army. In memory of my brothers and sisters who gave their life for our country, let me say, the internal nation is not afraid of a long path. Your death will not be in vain. We take Israel for granted, but for our forefathers back in the day, it was an impossible dream. That dream became a reality, and it is our responsibility to remember the past, take care of the present, and believe in the future. We need your support today. We need your support always. I aspire for the day when Israel will search a time of peace, so let me finish with a prayer. עושה השלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. He who makes peace in his heights, may he make peace upon us and upon all Israel. Amen. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much.